Bentley Intense for Men, one of the most hyped fragrance on the internet and the most popular from the house of Bentley. In fact, Bentley Intense has made Bentley fragrances popular worldwide. This was launched in 2013. This is a flanker of the original Bentley for Men. Bentley fragrances popularity has spread like wildfire since their launch in 2013. The master perfumer for Bentley Intense is Natalie Lawson. This is her second best finest creation after Ancre Noir, which I have here, and this is one of my favorite fragrances of all time. So Bentley Intense has been sitting on my shelf for about 2 years now. I like it, but I don't wear it. I will tell you why. I had blind bought this, so you don't have to, because I will tell you everything you need to know about Bentley Intense and try to help you make a better decision. Is this really worth the high hype, and is this a masterpiece? I will tell you everything. So this is ranked 53 in the men's perfume by Perfumo. So starting with the presentation, this has a simple cardboard box, nothing special. The B logo up front, EDP concentration. On the back you will get the ingredients, and on the bottom you get the QR code, quick response. Made in France by Lalique Beauty. This is the batch code, and this particular one is from 2020. So this is about 3 years and 7 months old, and the newer ones have been reformulated. This 2020 batch color is much darker than the newer ones, and also the smell is much darker, deeper, complex rum note in the 2020 batch. The box is pretty simple, but the bottle is special and unique. The cap is metal, but inside this does have plastic, and Bentley on the cap on the top here. This also has this knurling design, the famous knurling design, just like the Bentley start button, with the legendary flying bee on the front here. There's a heavy glass bottle, a dark amber color like whiskey, and on their website they say a lot of things about this fragrance, like this British luxury saloon cars is echoed in the Bentley Intense 4-man bottle. The lines, the curves of a Bentley have been transposed into the round form of the flask. You can check more info on their official website. They also say that Bentley Intense is an EDP concentration with 15% perfume concentration, which I think most of the EDPs do have 15% perfume concentration, so it is not a big deal. The notes for this fragrance on the official website of Bentley, you get the top notes of African geranium, black pepper, incense. In the heart you get leather, labdanum, clary sage. In the base it has cedarwood, patchouli and sandalwood. So they do not mention the bay leaf from benzoin as mentioned on Fragrantica. So I will just tell you the smell and the notes I can get from this. Let's get a fresh spritz and the sprayer, guys. The sprayer is kinda okayish. Let me get on my hand too. Okay, so the opening is, the first spritz is kind of synthetic, kind of chemical for a minute, but quickly this changes into like a luxurious smelling scent, and this is really different on my skin and on the clothes or the paper. I love it on my skin, but I really don't like it on the clothes. The opening has a fresh spicy note of black pepper, which is short-lived, and with a hint of bergamot, because this isn't too citrusy in the opening. This does have this bay leaf kind of subtle herbal aroma with a tone of warmth, and on my skin I get this amazing vibe like vanilla cappuccino, kind of sweet kind of thing. With this has like a bit of smokiness. It's like yummy on my skin, but this is totally different. On the paper, on the clothes is it different, so on your skin it can be very different than mine. And this is indeed a boozy fragrance, but it is very smooth, it is very well balanced. It is not like a very overly boozy fragrance. In the heart, the rum note is not overpowering. The leather is already traceable in the opening, just like the rum note. This smells like a luxury car, leather seats, or like an expensive leather sofas, with a soft, sweet, herbaceous note of clary sage. This does have a little bit of this rosy nuance with the green aromatic undertones from the geranium, and a deep leathery and ambery note of labdanum, but everything is blended so very well. This is still very smooth. In the dry down, this gets a little bit more woody. It is like a good combo of cedar and sandalwood, but to my nose The cedar is more prominent than the sandalwood and the incense in the base, but you can already get the smokiness even from the opening. This is not a heavy smoke fragrance, just like the perfect amount that doesn't bother the wearer or other people around you. So this is like a very well blended kind of a niche type of fragrance. The price is very cheap, but this does smell very niche. The main accords for this fragrance, so this is a sweet, spicy, woody, leathery, a bit of smoky fragrance. It is loaded with benzoin, a warm balsamic note reminiscent of vanilla. You'll get that for hours, but very smooth, very well blended. So for the blind buy, do not blind buy this at all. If you like simple, mass appealing, fresh kind of a unisex fragrance, do not buy this at all. I had blind bought this and it is kind of a fail for me. I like it is high quality, but I don't really find many occasions or weather to wear this because I live in a warm country. It is a masterpiece and high quality, but it is not my type. If you like something boozy, spicy, complex, challenging fragrance, then you can try to blind buy this. You can see the pros and the cons and also see what I have voted for this. So overall, this is not for a beginner's fragrance at all. This is an excellent quality fragrance, high quality, boozy, sweet, spicy, woody. Imagine in a room full of creamy cigar smoke, mature men in expensive suits. It is like a leather sofas and drinking brandy or rum. This is like a very high quality fragrance. This fragrance is not for everyone. It is super masculine, very manly, not like unisex fragrances or those fragrances that lean a bit to the feminine side. This is like a mafia boss, very serious, like James Bond and Bentley, mature, confident, complex, sophisticated. This is a very challenging scent, not for those faint-hearted people. This is not at all a crowd pleaser. This does have this seductive, sexy type of vibe, but still it is not for everyone. If you are a very confident, serious man who likes boozy, sweet, spicy fragrances, this one can be for you. It is kind of a classic, elegant, sophisticated man who has already figured out everything about his life. So the price and the quality is amazing value. This can easily be sold for at least $200. The smell is luxurious and niche. I only recommend you to buy this fragrance if you want a sweet, spicy, boozy, leathery, smoky fragrance. Otherwise, stay away from this one. The rating for this fragrance, so on Fragrantica, this is rated 4.12 out of 5 with over 7,000 watts, and on Perfumo, it is a 7.7 out of 10. So the longevity, it is a long-lasting fragrance up to 3 hours on the skin and up to 12 plus hours, at least 12 to 15 hours on the clothes with good longevity. So I rated it a 9 out of 10. The sillage, this is a room filler. It has a great strong radiation for about 5 to 6 feet for the first 5 hours, which is amazing. I voted an 8 out of 10 for the sillage, and also for the projection. It is also really good, just as the sillage, the first 4 5 hours has a great projection. The type, this is a spicy, woody, leathery, sweet, smoky, resinous fragrance. The audience, now this is important. This is not at all for the young crowd. This is a very mature fragrance. In my opinion, at least you have to be 35 plus. Then this can be appropriate for you. The female words are totally wrong here. In my opinion, this is super masculine fragrance. The seasons, this is best for the winters and fall, a bit in the spring, but this is mostly for the winters only. I am in a warm country, so I do not find very perfect seasons to wear this one. This can easily cut through the harsh winter times. The occasions, this can work in the office with a suit, evening time, night out, business. This is not really a casual fragrance, so you cannot really wear it all the time. And it is also not very versatile fragrance, so keep that in mind. Price tag, so Bentley Intense for Men is the victim of its own price. It is so affordable that people take it for granted, they ignore it. And I had gotten this for about $27. Mostly you can find it under $30. This does smell like a niche $300 fragrance and can easily be sold for $200 if this wasn't the price. But this is very affordable, so people are kind of ignoring it. It has high quality notes and smells very luxurious, but in the end, again, this is not for everyone.